When moving to a brand new place, just like Tyler, Texas, there are a lot of things to remember, a lot of things that can go well, and a lot of things that can go wrong. So amidst all the chaos, please, please, please don't make these 5 mistakes when moving to Tyler, Texas. Howdy, howdy everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For everyone new here, my name is Ronnie Withers, and if you want to know what it's like to live, eat, sleep, work, and play in Tyler, Texas and the surrounding areas, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you're the first to be notified on any Tyler, Texas market updates. My team and I are getting calls every single day of people just like you who are looking to either move to Tyler, move within Tyler, or sell their Tyler home. So if that sounds like you, please reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We will get together, we will hop on a phone call, and we will get you into your dream Tyler home. So moving states and moving locations can be a very, very stressful time. Trust me, I did it about a year ago when I moved here to Tyler. There are so many things to think about. You've got moving stresses and costs. You've got leaving potential family. You've got starting new jobs, just not knowing what it's like in the new place you're living to. So today I've formulated a list of the top 5 things that I think are the biggest mistakes people make when they're moving to a new place, especially Tyler, Texas. So please sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and make some notes on these points, and please don't make these mistakes. And if you do, don't say I didn't warn you. The first thing on my list is going to be moving for only one reason. Now, don't get me wrong, you can have a top reason for wanting to move to a new place. However, you cannot let it be your only reason. Some of the reasons include moving close to family, moving because you're in a good church community, moving because you have a job in a certain location. They're all amazing reasons to move somewhere. But please do not let that be the only reason why you're moving to a new place. If it is, you're gonna end up regretting moving to a place. You're gonna be salty. You're just gonna end up really disliking the place you're moving to, and you're gonna end up having to up and leave in a year, 2 years time because you absolutely hate it. Now, I've said before and I'll say it again, Tyler is a love it or hate it place. There are people I meet who absolutely love Tyler. I am one of those. I think it's amazing. However, there's also people who absolutely hate it here. And I mean, hate's a strong word, but there's people who really, really dislike it here. And it is usually because they moved here for the wrong reason. So if you haven't done enough research in Tyler, if you're only moving here because you've got a job offer, if you're only moving here because you have family here and you think it's the right thing to do, if you're only moving here because there's a really, really good church in Tyler, which it's Tyler, there's a lot of churches. If you're only moving there for the one reason, then at least, please, my ask of you is that please look around, look at some of the videos I've done on this channel, look at Google reviews, look at anything you can find, and just study, do a bit of research on Tyler and figure out if there's a couple of other things that you'd really like about Tyler. If you have that great job and you also like the prospects for weather, if you like the prospects for real estate, if you like the prospects for community, then great, move here. It's an amazing place. However, if it turns out you think you'd hate everything else, don't move to Tyler for one reason. Weather is up next, which it feels like it's on most of my lists of anything, but weather. Do not forget to prepare for weather. That means hot and humid, and also the small bit of freezing temperatures we have in Tyler. I know it's different all throughout the US and all over the world. Weather is very different. In England, it was grey and rainy about 95% of the time. Never really usually got too hot, and also didn't freeze too often. So what you need to know for Tyler is to be prepared in the summer for it to be really, really hot and humid. So make sure your air conditioning is working in your house. If you're buying a house, make sure you get that inspected. Air conditioning is working because you are gonna need that. Make sure you have the right clothes. Make sure you plan on what to do when it's really, really hot in the summer and you can't really be outside for too long. The last thing you wanna do is get here and just be surprised. And on the other end of the spectrum, in winter time, around December, where we get our 2 weeks of cold winter, be prepared for freezing, because homes here in East Texas, they're not really built to withstand freezing temperatures for that long. So just be prepared for pipes to freeze. Mentally be prepared, otherwise it can be very anxiety inducing. Go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, get yourself some polystyrene spigot covers, the insulated stuff, before winter arrives, because the 2 weeks of freezing, everything will be sold out. So just be mentally prepared, be prepared. Just make sure your home is ready for really high temperatures and really low temperatures. But apart from that, in general, I think the weather is really nice here in Tyler. Usually during the fall and the springtime, it's beautiful. It's not too cold. You don't get too much rain, but please just be prepared, do a bit more research, and make sure you are not taken off guard with any of the weather conditions. Number 3 on my list, which I've seen it a lot of times in a lot of people, do not automatically either rent a home or rush into buying a home. Now, it's strange because I'm a real estate agent, and I'm not only saying to not rent because I am a real estate agent. It doesn't matter for me. I want you to do what is best for you. Now, on the renting side, don't go into it thinking that you have to rent. In today's society, when we have a lot of things online, we have property tours, you have access to real estate agents who like taking videos. You can get a lot of information about different neighborhoods, different locations, different suburbs, what's it like in certain areas. You don't have to rent. Common thing I hear is, Ronnie, I want to live in Tyler for a year or so and just get my bearings, which is fine if that's what you want to do. However, I've also heard from a couple of clients, they've seen their dream house be on the market. They wanted to rent, so they've got themselves into a year-long lease that they can't break. Their dream house gets sold, other buyers buy the house, and they haven't found anything they love as much and they completely regret it. So I don't want that to be you. If renting does work out for you, then great, rent. But just know you will be in minimum of a 6-month lease. On average, it's going to take about a year lease. And it's very, very hard to break those leases. So if you contact a real estate agent early enough, if you find your dream home that you're pre-approved for and you can afford, then there's no need to rent. I'd say buy the home. However, on the other end of the spectrum, it is not the end of the world if you have to rent. I always tell everyone that I work with, please do not rush into buying a house that you don't really love. Just because it's getting 2 or 3 weeks up until the point where you start your new job and you're planning on moving to Tyler, don't rush into buying that house that you kind of like, but it's not your dream home. From experience, your dream home will come along. Just stick at it for a little bit longer. Maybe get into a long-term Airbnb or try and get a 6-month lease. If your dream home isn't on the market, I'd say wait. Don't rush into anything. So to summarize that point, don't automatically rent. If there's a house you really want to buy, go buy it. If there's a house you really want to buy and you can afford it and you're pre-approved for it and it makes sense to buy, then the smart move is to go ahead and buy so you don't regret it. On the other hand, don't rush into buying a house that you don't really like and you can't see yourself living in for at least a couple of years, because the last thing you want to do is get in that house, not like it, and have to sell it within a year and end up losing money. Point number 4 on my list, and this is a point that's quite specific for Tyler, but don't stop trying to find community in Tyler. One of the big complaints that I hear about a lot of new people moving to the Tyler area, is that sometimes it can be a little bit cliquey. Sometimes there are groups and communities that have already been formed by people who were born in East Texas and raised in East Texas. Now, I'm not going to say this isn't true. This can be true a lot of the places. However, you can't use that as an excuse to not go out there and make friends. My advice to you is just stick with it. Whatever you like to do, whether that be finding a church community, whether that be finding a sports club, whether that be going and doing something that you enjoy and putting yourself out there and talking to people, do not stop doing that. Month after month, just make friends. This isn't a relationships YouTube channel. I should do that. Ronnie Withers, relationship coach. My advice to you, do not stop, because you will make those friendships. You will make them. Just, it could take a little bit more effort to get into those already formed groups, but I believe in you. Go make some friends. A little bonus tip, if I haven't already mentioned, I am a real estate agent in the Tyler, Texas area, so it would be a mistake to use anyone other than me. I'm kidding. You can use whoever you like. If you don't like me, if you don't like my accent, if you don't like the way I look, if you don't like anything about me, don't use me. We won't be a good fit. But if you think we could be a good fit, then reach out to me. I'm not going to be offended if you don't. But if you do, I can't wait to work with you. The 5th and final point on my list of mistakes that people make when they move to Tyler is not having a game plan. Now, this is a very broad point and it kind of contributes all the other points I've made today. But if you're moving to a new place, like I said at the start, it can be very anxiety inducing. It can be very stressful. So just make yourself a game plan. Even if you have to write that out, know exactly what you're going to be doing to the extent that you can. Find yourself a real estate agent early if you're going to be buying a house. Research the area. Watch my videos, watch whoever else's videos, if there are any, about Tyler. Know where your local stores are, where Sam's Club is, where Walmart is, where Brookshire's is, where any of the stores that you usually shop are. Last thing you want to do is get into Tyler, realize they haven't got the store you like, and you break down crying in the middle of a Brookshire's. You don't want that. Find where your local gym is that is going to be close to your house or apartment complex or rental home. The more you can do before you move, the less stress there's going to be when you actually get here to town, and the less overwhelmed you're going to be. And that's obviously very good. You don't want to be very overwhelmed when you come to a brand new place. There's already so many emotions you're going to be feeling about being in the area. So have a game plan, write it out. If you need to, contact me and I will give you some tips. And if you have any questions about the area or where certain things are, what you should do, if you like doing this, I'll give you some recommendations. Do that. Whatever you can do, write it down and keep a hold of it, make a copy of it and just look at it, and you will be okay if you make a game plan. But overall, Tyler is an absolutely amazing place to move if you are the right type of person for Tyler. I'm very excited for you. If you are thinking about moving to Tyler, whether it be in 9 days or 90 days, go ahead and reach out to me. Looking forward to speaking to you. I can't wait to help you get into your dream Tyler home. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. Please like the video if you liked the video. If you have any questions at all and you don't want to contact me, then just leave them in that comment box below and I will get back to you. But that is it for this week's video, and until next time, cheerio.